What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Papa Top 912. It is Saturday, February 16th, about 10:45. I am out doing a little bit of long line trolling this morning out on the lake. As you can see, the water has a stain on it, but it's not muddy, so it's a good stain. It's a good stain for crappie fishing. I got all the lines out today. I'm running 12 lines. Got my 18 footers, 14 footer, 11, 6.5, 5.5, and 4, 5.5, 6.5, 11, 14, and 18. Got the full spread out today. Running my jigs, they're crappie cookie jigs. They are doing pretty good today. I got about 10 in the live well. The wind is really blowing really hard today. It's a beast. You can probably hear it in the camera, but I'm still out here doing what I can do. So got everything going. You can see on the depth finder there. It's going there. It's just kind of open water fishing. They're just kind of snaking up. Pre-spawn, kind of just keep running circles around this little creek. Catch one or two. I'm trying to do about 0.8, but it's blowing me at 1.5 now. There's nothing I can do because it's to my back. So I just got to take my turn. I'll go back to the see him on there. You can see him kind of moving on there. So they're out here. Let's see if we can get a bite on one of those boys that's out there. Pass them right about now. They're going pretty fast. So they normally don't want it that speed. I'm doing 1.5. I need to be doing about 0.75, 0.8. So didn't get any takers on that. Oh, there he is right there. Fish on right there. See it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Fish on. You don't have to horse them, just bring them to you. Oh, he jumped off at the very end. Anyway, you can see he was on those crappie cookies, so I'm gonna put it back out there, see if I can catch him again. And that's the second time I got a fish come across that little shallow point. I was up in about 8 or 9 foot of water on that far pole over there. It was they're still gritty enough to hit it. So. Unless the wind pushed me off. There we go, fish on right there, people. Fish on. See if I can get this one to the boat for you. Still coming across that shallow. Just bring the pole so you can just scoop them up. And there you go. Right there. That's that nice crappie I just caught right there. and he was on the bottom jig. Purple chartreuse tail with an orange belly, crappie cookie with a lime green head. Alright, so the rig that I'm running today, it's a double jig rig. You can see it right there. I got 2 jigs, 1 paddle tail, 1 curly tail. You know, I got that mixed up on all my runs. You know, got them in different positions. Sometimes I have the curly tail on top, sometimes I have it on the bottom. Same with the paddle tail, and I also have some frogs that have double paddle tails. I've caught fish on all of them today, but it's just a double minnow rig, or double jig rig with tipped minnows today. The jigs about 18 to 24 inches apart, depending on how you tie them. I'm just tying them on with loop knots. You can see that loop knot right there. It's another loop knot right there. So I'll just give it a good toss, and I don't know if you can see where it landed, but that's it. Not really trying to get too far behind the boat. I'm only running about 7 or 8 foot down. On the depth finder, I got some fish in open water, about mid column. You can see them right there. That's fish. They're mid depth, about 15 feet. So they'll come up to that 7 foot to eat. So I'm just gonna follow this point on out to the main channel to see if I run into something. In the meanwhile, I'll tell you what's going on here. See, I got my Driftmaster T-bars. I got set up before. I have a total of 18 lines that I could put out if I chose to, but for me on this boat by myself, 12 is about the limit that I'm gonna go. And normally I'll run with 6, but the action's been kind of slow. So, like I told you earlier, I got a 4.5 footer, 5 footer, 6.5, 11, 14, and 18. What that does, that gives me anywhere from about 3 foot of separation on the pole tips. Separation. Then I get to the longer poles out there, they're still giving me that 3 foot. That helps you from getting your lines crossed up. Now I'm coming across a point here. It's gonna get real shallow real quick, so I'm gonna turn off. Oh no, nice big brush pile. Look at that beautiful brush pile right there, people. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that yet, but look at that brush pile right there. It's laying down on the side. It's right there. I just might get some lines on it. Let's see if I can keep on getting my lines right around for a minute, for a second. And back off of it. That was a nice brush pile. I gotta mark that one. Before it leaves the screen, I gotta mark it. Got me a waypoint save. I'll mark it over here too. Alright. So anyway, like I was saying, that 3 foot separation will help when you turn in, to keep your lines from getting tangled up, so you can do more fishing instead of untangling. Float around and see what's gonna happen. That just helps keep my jig from dragging. See how much. Right there. See that fish? Fish on right there. Fish on. You can see right there. He ate the paddle tail. Got it good. It's a nice looking crappie. That jig all the way. Look how far he ate it. Just look at it. It's all the way down in there. But that's how you long line trolling, catching fish. When you long line trolling, they gonna hook themselves. So you don't have to worry about setting the hook. You see that rod bend? All you gotta do is grab it. Alright, I'm gonna turn this. Finish my turn and finish my run. If I get any more action, I'll let you guys know. Top 912.